Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you in spirit at least. I am ready for this stupid quarantine thing to be over with. It's awful. And you guys know it's awful. But at least we're all blessed because it could be so much worse on us and it's not. And so I thank God that if this is all we have to deal with during this whole mess, then we are truly blessed people. But at the same time, it's still annoying. But I know some of you didn't get a notification yesterday for the video. I didn't send out a message, but they will be going up daily, so keep that in mind. If you ever have any comments, ideas, suggestions, maybe you want me to do a series on something else. We are still working on our Roman series. I'm just taking a little bit more time with it. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's devotion. Psalms 1 says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." It reminds me of what I need to strive for. It reminds me of what I need to be in my life. Blessed is the man that walketh not after the counsel of the ungodly. One of the things I used to always struggle with is I had friends who did not believe in God, and I had a strong desire to make sure they liked me, to make sure that they were my friend and that they appreciated me and that I was counted as something valuable to them. And because of that, I had a bad habit of changing my lifestyle to fit their lifestyle. I changed the way I spoke to fit the way they spoke. I changed what I would participate in so it would fit into their crowd because I wanted them to like me and I wanted them to appreciate me. And of course, that only led to me to more suffering because at the end of the day, if you try to live your life so that people like you, it's going to cause you a lot of grief. But on top of all that, we have this mandate, we have this draw to live like God and to live after His ways, to live after His glory, to live a life of holiness. And the world does not have that. The world is not holy. It is not righteous. And when you follow the ungodly, you are following the world. And when you follow the world, you are not living that life of holiness. See, there are blessings that come from that. That's what this chapter partly is. It's reminding you, blessed is the man who follows God. But the man who follows the world, the man who follows the ungodly, there is no blessing. In fact, there are curses. He won't be able to be in the presence of God. He won't be able to take part in the blessings of God. And so, going back to when I was a kid, even though I had this draw to be like my friends in the world, there was no blessing in that. There was no life in that. There was no hope in that. Every day I spent in the world. Every day I dressed like the world. Every day I acted like the world. Every day I did those things. It was just another day of misery. And what it did is it added onto a burden I never should have carried. Many times, because we live after the ungodly, we live like the world, we try to dress like the world, we speak like the world, because we do those things. It adds into this burden that we end up carrying on our backs because it's a weight. When you start living a life of sin, it's a weight on you. and you carry it on your back and you bring it with you everywhere you go. And now, with every interaction, you have this burden on your back. And you can talk to your youth pastor, but when you talk to it, that burden seeps through your words. Or we call it a bad attitude sometimes. When you talk to your family, they usually end up getting onto you because of your bad attitude. It's because you put these burdens on because you wanted to be like the world. You wanted them to like you. And so you took on their characteristics and it became a burden. And you carry that with you in all conversation and all interaction. And you don't find peace in that. But when you live after God, He takes that burden away. When you live for Him, He protects you. He keeps you. Yes, the world isn't always going to like you because you live after Him. But He will have your back. He will take care of you. He will bless you. For every friend that you lose to this world, when you live for God, He will restore unto you tenfold. I was worried when really deciding whether I'm going to live for God. I was worried about losing 2 friends. But now I look and I think of all the friends that I have at Cornerstone, all the friends I had when I was going to Texas Bible College. I think of you guys. I was worried about 2 friends, and God was trying to get me to live after Him. And when I finally chose that, He built me up so I had more than I ever could have hoped for. But I had to live after Him. I had to follow His path and not follow my friends and not act like my friends in the world. There is a blessing for you to live after God. So take it. Don't hesitate. I know it seems hard sometimes. Believe me, I know. But you can do it. I have faith in you. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.